Did you hear me clap once?
Oh, quiet. Quiet carabao. Quiet carabao, everybody. Yay! It works! I want to thank everybody here. I want to thank the Mabalong and Itliong families for being here. Also, this has been a very full weekend for us, and this is the kickoff of the National Book Tour for the Journey for Justice, The Life of Larry Itliong. Um, when I started this project with Dawn in 2016, we would have never ever imagined I mean, we kind of imagined a national book tour, but we really just wanted to work on the book. And that was all it was for us. It was trying to finish this book that hadn't been written yet. And so seeing what we're doing now and here in Delano and bringing the book home, it's a homecoming, has been very emotional for many of us who have been here since the very beginning, since the campaigning began, for fundraising for this book, for the community to help us to bring this book out, and to also for us to look at Dr. Dawn Mabalon's research. And this lunch is dedicated to her, as well as a thank you for Manong Larry. But it really is her research and her working on researching the farm movement, the farm worker labor movement, and then also researching Larry Itliong's story. She did not read the information that you read in this book in another book. She did not regurgitate this information. She had to hunt this information down. I've said this many times, and I will say it over and over again across the United States, is that she had to look up public records. She had to look at UFW meeting notes. She had to go and do research over X amount of decades to go to Wayne State University, where the UFW archives are. She actually even texted me last May and found my mom in the UFW archives. That is how meticulous she was. She said, "Oh my God, did you know your mom wrote a letter to Cesar Chavez?" And I said, my mom? So that is how deep she researches. Families don't even know the information that she has. If she was here right now and you came up to her with your last name, she would tell you what province you were from, and she will tell you the history that she has come across with people with your last name. And I had no idea about the history of my mother until she texted me the letter that my mother wrote to Cesar Chavez in the late 70s, and the petition that she had signed along with the rest of the Filipino farm workers in Stockton, California, in Little Manila. And so when I immigrated, I went to Little Manila. I lived in Little Manila, forgot about my history, grew up, went away, and came back to Stockton. And that is where this book was born. The idea for this children's book was born. I called up Dawn, and she was so ready for it. She was working on her full-length biography of Larry Itliong, and she had a publisher and was ready to give the draft over to the publisher in 2018, 2019. And the universe works like that sometimes. This children's book came out first, and on the day that we finished the children's book and we were ready to send it off to the printers, because we had the hard copy from the printers, and Dre, our illustrator, Andre Sabayan, right there in the hat, on the right-hand side of me, we were texting with Dawn. We were texting with Dawn that morning. We had woken her up, and she gave us her instructions as to what to check off, and we sent it off, and later that day, she passed on October 10th, 2018, 6 months ago today. And so August 10th, 2018, 6 months today. And, even though I forgot that date just 10 seconds ago, that moment of finding out that Dawn has passed will forever be in my mind. actually, Dre, our illustrator, called me, and I was looking at the sunset in the San Francisco Bay. And while I was looking at that sunset go down, he told me that Dawn had passed. And one of her best friends, or the best friend in the whole wide world, Dr. Alison Titianco-Cubales, texted me, and she said, Gayle, I need to talk to you right now. And as the sun went down, I heard the news. And I thought, my God, I just talked to her this morning. In fact, we talked about color corrections in the book every day that she was on vacation. That woman worked every day. Even though this was the vacation for her and her family, she was still working. And we were still going over, that brown face is too green. Is there any way they can change that color? And so we were working up until the very end. So I want to thank everybody here. I'm very grateful to everybody here for celebrating this for us, this milestone. And it really was truly a community effort. None of these kinds of works are ever done in a vacuum. Our families were absolutely behind it. I've got tons of kids. My husband's right there. He gift wrapped all over 500 donors' boxes and mailed them all during Christmas. We've got Dre's family, Melanie's here. We've got the Mabalon families, the Delano community, everybody who read the book, from journalists to educators to librarians to scholars. To children who told us that it was boring. My kid told me it was boring, the first draft. Dr. Alison Titianco-Cubales' daughter told her it needed more story. And we worked very hard. We wrote the book about 27 to 30 times. And in fact, at the very end there, even Dawn had visited La Paz, and she had gone to the Cesar Chavez Foundation to get all the okays, and we were done. We were finally done. She was finally done with this piece of work. And we had no idea why we were working so fast. And now, of course, I know why. We had to get it done before her time here. She went home, another home, and I think she's still with us definitely today on a different plane, and she still talks to us, and she's very much here with us every moment, every step we take her work out. And I want to say thank you and recognize some very important people in our community, in the national community, and even here in Delano, in the local community. I want to say thank you. T.J. Cox, newly elected Congressman of the 21st District. Raise your hand. Thank you. Oh, he did? Oh, geez. Okay, I'll do it again. I want to say thank you to Emilia Huerta, Dolores Huerta's son. Thank you so much. We are so honored. Thank you for being here. I want to say thank you to Sandra Rivera, Assistant Superintendent of Business with the Delano School District. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and all of our families and the Itliong family that came and supported and are with us here all the time, everywhere we go. And there we have also Congressman T.J. Cox.